Hello and welcome to Curious Austrian Tours. The Union Jack Explained. The Union Jack is one of the most recognizable flags in the world. The national flag of the United Kingdom is also known as the Union flag, or rather Union Jack. The flag's origins can be traced back to the early 1600s, but what does its characteristic red, white and blue design mean? And where does the name Jack come from? Well, you're just about to find out. I will not be mentioning every minute change and history of the Union Jack in this video. This is solely a brief introduction. The flag of England. The Union Jack combines the crosses of three countries. The flag of England, a red cross on a white background, is known as St. George's Cross. St. George has been the patron saint of England since the 1270s. The flag of Scotland. The flag of Scotland is the white saltire of St. Andrew, patron saint of Scotland since 1320 on a azure background. The saltire of St. Patrick. We're looking at the red saltire of St. Patrick, the third element of the Union Jack. It represents Ireland, even though since 1921 only Northern Ireland has been part of the United Kingdom. While revered as a saint since the 6th century, Patrick was never formally canonized. Since the 1630s, St. Patrick's Day has been celebrated annually on March the 17th, the supposed date of his death. The pre-1801 Union flag. This is what the flag of Great Britain used to look like prior to 1800. As you might already have realized, the red saltire of St. Patrick is missing, which wasn't incorporated until the Acts of Union 1800. The origins of this earlier flag date back to 1606 and King James VI and I. Let us take a closer look at King James VI and I, who lived from 1566 until 1625. In 1603, James VI of Scotland inherited the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Ireland as James I, thus uniting the crowns. While the kingdoms remained separate countries, the king nonetheless requested a new flag to represent this new regal bond. Still, the red saltire was only added to the British flag to form the Union flag after the 1800 Acts of Union, which officially joined the Kingdom of Ireland with the Kingdom of Great Britain. The Acts of Union 1800. As soon as the Union Jack was publicly implemented in 1801, it became a royal flag. It was ordered to be flown on all the reigning sovereign forts and castles, including at Windsor Castle, as well as at sea on civil and military ships of both England and Scotland, but not elsewhere. The Union Jack, the national flag of the United Kingdom, is consequently named after the three countries united under one sovereign: England, Scotland, and the historic province of Northern Ireland. Yet, you might wonder, why isn't Wales represented on the flag? The Welsh Dragon. The Welsh Dragon does not occur on the Union flag. This is because when the first Union flag was created in 1606, Wales was already united with England by the Act of Union of 1536. This act was signed by King Henry VIII, whereas Wales from then on ceased to exist as a separate country. The Royal Standard. This proclamation was overturned with the introduction of the Royal Standard during the reign of Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 until 1901. The Royal Standard is flown at royal residences throughout the land only when the sovereign is present. As a matter of fact, the Union flag is replaced by the Royal Standard when the Queen is in residence in one of the royal palaces, such as Windsor Castle. The Royal Banner of Scotland. The Scottish equivalent to the Royal Standard is the Royal Banner of Scotland, more commonly referred to as the Lion Rampant of Scotland. An interesting note on the side: the Royal Banner of Scotland is flown at the Palace of Holyrood House, which is the official residence of the British monarch in Scotland, as well as Balmoral Castle, another much-loved residence when the reigning monarch is not in residence. On the other hand, in England, the Union flag is flown above Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle and Sandringham when the Queen is not at home. Let us look at the origin of the title, or rather word, Jack. The origins of the word Jack are strongly debated. In common jargon, a jack is a flag flown from a short jackstaff at the bow, which is the front end of a vessel. While the name Union first appeared in the 1600s, several theories exist as to how it became known as the Union Jack. At some point during the 1670s, the British flag became formally known as the Union Jack when mounted on a warship and the ship was not in port. At the same time, the British flag was referred to as the Union flag on land. By the 1900s, the national flag was generally known as the Union Jack. Moreover, the Union Jack was ultimately approved by the British government for official use and confirmed as the national flag by the Parliament. The practice of flying the Union Jack at half-mast dates back to the 1700s. It is brought out upon the death of the sovereign, other members of the British royal family, foreign leaders, as well as dignitaries and notables through command of the monarch. In this picture, you can see the Union Jack at half-mast at the Tower of London on April 9, 2021, when Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II had announced the death of her dearly beloved husband, His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Commonwealth nations. Besides the United Kingdom, 4 Commonwealth nations have the Union Jack on the national flag: Australia, Fiji, New Zealand and Tuvalu. To this day, it is custom for all British overseas territories to fly the Union Jack. And now an added bonus for my US American subscribers and watchers. Let us take a brief look at the Grand Union Flag. The Grand Union Flag is thought to be the first national flag of the United States of America. As a colonial flag, it is said it has 13 alternating red and white stripes, representative of the first 13 colonies. It includes the flag of the Kingdom of Great Britain, of which the 13 colonies had been subjects to. The Grand Union Flag was withdrawn on June 14, 1777 and replaced by the Stars and Stripes flag. The flag of Hawaii. By the way, the Hawaiian flag is the only US state flag to feature a foreign country's national flag. It is said that the inclusion of the Union Jack is a symbol of the British Royal Navy's historical relations with the Hawaiian Kingdom. Alright, that's it for today. I appreciate you watching this video. Please don't hesitate to like this video, subscribe to my channel and hit the alarm bell for your convenience. In the meantime, cheerio!